Good evening, fight fans, and welcome to Fight Week on Fox, brought to you by Musashi. My name is Niko Pajarillo, joined in studio by Alexander Volkanovski and Dan Hooker, who's been kind enough to fly in. Well, UFC 295 is live from New York City this Sunday, and Jiri Prochazka makes his long-awaited return from injury against former middleweight king Alex Pereira in potentially the most violent title fight this year. We'll speak to Jiri live on the show in just a moment. Tom Aspinall and Sergey Pavlovich do battle for the interim heavyweight title, and Tom's also been gracious enough to join the program, so it's a massive edition of Fight Week on Fox. Great to have your company and to have the company of these gentlemen. Now, Alex, massive news in the past 24 hours. You are fighting Ilia Topuria in February. Talk us through how that came about.
Yeah, obviously it was scheduled for January. We just thought that would be that little bit too soon. You know what I mean? We want to follow all protocols and do everything right, obviously, after the last one. And, I'm lucky enough to have a great team around me who've dealt with a lot of concussions and that through football and whatnot. So I've got the right team around me, and we just, thought that January was a little bit too soon. And I was lucky enough to have the UFC, the guys there make that happen and move things around for me, which I'm grateful for. And I think the timing will be perfect. So I'm back in there soon, but not too soon.
Ilia Topuria, a very deadly striker. What's your assessment of him?
Oh, he is. He's a powerful dude. He's very... He's good everywhere. He's not one-dimensional. He's obviously very well-rounded. I just believe my skills and my understanding of the game is just going to be that little bit too much for him. He's a young, hungry dude, undefeated, very, very confident, but I think he needs a little bit of humbling. So I'm glad to be the man to do that.
What did you see as you stared off? We just saw the vision of you meeting him after that Yair Rodriguez fight. I'm
usually not eye to eye with my opponents, so that's one thing, you know what I mean?
I was going to say that. You got the reach advantage.
I'm going to have the reach advantage and whatnot. Again, he's a powerful dude. He likes his boxing, but again, I just need to show him that, I'm a whole different breed. And he's going to come in confident, probably even more confident after my last performance. There's a lot of people that are going to be like, what's going on here? And I can't wait to show them why I've been the king of this division for so long.
Dan, what are your thoughts on this matchup?
Yeah, reach advantage. I just feel like Alex has got too many tools. I saw some statistics from Ilia's fights, and the amount he's thrown one low kick or one kick above the leg in his entire UFC career, which is a pretty incredible. You need those tools. You need to use all of your tools. Alex utilizes all of his tools. Ilia's obviously a very strong boxer, strong wrestler, but Alex just has too many weapons.
Another announcement that came through yesterday was Sean Strickland taking on Dricus du Plessis in January. What was your reaction, Volk, when you heard that news?
Obviously it's good to see that. Obviously, Dricus, we're at a position where we thought maybe this isn't going to happen because he didn't take that fight and whatnot. So you thought he was going to be at the back of the line. Then you're like, I wasn't sure what was happening. And then you had that close fight with Usman and Chimaev, and then so I didn't know what was going to be next. But
yeah, I was excited to see this fight announced. Israel said he wanted to sit out. Now we get to see this fight. I think it's one of those 50-50 contests. I think it's an incredible matchup.
Who did you want to see next? Did you like to see?
I wanted this fight.
You did want this one
instead of this fight. I wanted this fight.
It was going to be this or
Chimaev, right? But after that performance, it was such a close fight against a welterweight guy taking it on short notice. It didn't really get the fans excited. You know what I mean? I feel like Du Plessis coming off a win over Rob, which is the #1 contender, the best guy head and shoulders in the division. To get a win over him definitely has to earn you a title shot. So, yeah, this is the matchup I wanted to see. I'm glad that Dana White listened to me when I told him to put this fight together, and now we have it.
Nicely done. Well, for you personally, Dan, we haven't seen you since that victory over Jalen Turner back in July. How's the scratch coming along?
Oh, good as gold, mate. I'm $1 million. You know what I mean? Nah, they didn't cut me out of jelly beans. I'm been good to go. I've been in the gym. I've been working hard for quite a long time now, and I'm just excited to get back in there.
Well, you are taking on Bobby Green in Austin on December 3rd. Now, Bobby looked good in his most recent fight against Grant Dawson. What do you make of him as an opponent?
that's when, that's how this fight came together. I saw the result of that, his win over Dawson, knocking him out in 20 seconds, 30 seconds. And that got me excited. You know, the amount of momentum Bobby's carrying at the moment, the amount of momentum I have at the moment. I feel, not in terms of numbers and stuff like that, but whoever wins this fight or wins it in dominant fashion is going to have the most momentum in the lightweight division at the moment. Like, it's a crazy opportunity that both of us are looking into. I definitely rate his skills. There's no way you'd be competing at this level for so long and not have. He's a wily veteran. That's that's the category I'll put him down in. And like myself, I feel like I'm a wily veteran as well. And so I definitely respect his skills. It's like the first one to slip up, kind of wake up staring at the lights with half your money. So I'm going to be ready, I'm going to be sharp, and I'm going to be on my toes.
Alex, how excited are you to see your teammate back in action?
Mate, who isn't excited when Dan fights, you know what I mean? That's what it is. And even, both of these guys as well, Bobby Green as well, like both exciting fighters and a great fight to watch. But I mean, I'm really looking forward to it again. We've seen Bobby, like his head movement, he's got a good guy, he's incredible there. But I'm really interested to see how he's going to be with someone who understands the game as well as Dan, and rangy, knows how to use the distance and knows how to fight at all different ranges. So I'm really looking forward to that. But I mean, we all know every time Dan steps in the octagon, we need to watch. So I'm looking forward to this one.
Well, UFC Austin takes place on December 3rd. You can catch all the action right here on Foxtel's ESPN channel. Taking a look ahead to this weekend, though, for UFC 295, the main card looks like this. It's a clash of two dangerous grapplers as Diego Lopez faces Pat Sabatini. The steamroller, Matt Frivola's coming off 3 first-round KO victories. He takes on France's rising superstar, Benoit Saint-Denis. It's Jessica Andrade's 5th fight of the year. She's been very active and she faces another tough challenge in Mackenzie Dern, who's also had a bit of mixed form recently, Mackenzie. John Jones versus Stipe Miocic is on hold for the moment, so Tom Aspinall and Sergey Pavlovich face off for the interim heavyweight belt before the most exciting clash for the 205 title in recent memory.